Welcome to this video, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'd like us to consider today the other closing diphthongs, which are often known as the high back diphthongs. Calling these ones high back diphthongs because the tongue makes movements from different parts of the mouth towards the upper part of the mouth. That's why we call it high back. That's during the articulation. So when you want to articulate this sound, for instance, the first sound we have here, which is ow. The tongue moves from the low back where you have ah to the high back where you have oo. So you have ow. Right. So these are also diphthongs. Previously, we talked about the high front diphthongs, the three high front diphthongs. That is the a, I, and oi sounds. So we are concentrating on the high back diphthongs today, which are the L and ow sound. So we also have here the graphemes representing each of these two diphthongs. So look at the graphemes as well as pay attention to the articulation of each of these sounds. Alright, articulation and spelling of the ow and L sound. These two sounds are diphthongs. We have the diphthong ow. We can have the ow sound in place of letter OU. That's to say that OU is a spelling of the ow sound, as in words like out, count, shout, south, and round. So in place of OU, we have the ow sound. Again, another grapheme for the ow sound is OW. So in words like now, how, brown, and town. So these are the obvious spellings of the ow sound. Again, let's look at the L sound. L sound, a combination of the mid vowel sound which is the schwa sound, and the high back vowel oo. So we have L. So when you say this sound, what you have is that the part of the tongue involved is the middle of the tongue as well as the back of the tongue. In other words, the tongue you make movement from the middle to the high back. That's why this is known as glide, because the tongue will glide from where you have the schwa sound to where you have the oo sound. So we have L. The first spelling for the L sound is letter O, as in go, no, so, most. So in place of O in these words, we have the O sound. There is no sound like O in English language. So mostly where you have sounds related to O, we are likely to have this particular diphthong. So instead of having this letter, we have the diphthong L. So this is the sound. Again, we have another grapheme for the L sound, which is O ellipsis E. That is to say, in place of these ellipses, we have a consonant letter. So when you have O, a consonant letter, and E, you're likely to have the L sound in between the two consonants. That's to say, the consonant letter, you move to the end, you interchange position to the end, while the O and E will join together to form the L sound. This can be exemplified in words like note, code, home. Another spelling for the L sound is OA. In place of OA in these words, we have the L sound as in boat, road, coat, and goal. Then another one is OW. In place of OW, we have the L sound as in show, grow, low, throw. In place of OE as well, we can have the L sound as in toe, foe, hoe, goes. Note the S that is added to goes is transcribed as Z. That is the voiced alveolar fricative sound, not the voiceless. So it is not goes, but goes. Again, we have the grapheme OU as a spelling of the O sound, as a spelling of the O sound, as in though, so, shoulder, toe. All these are the spellings of the O sound. These two diphthongs are closing diphthongs. So we have 5 closing diphthongs in English language. So previously we talked about the first 3, which are I, A, and Oi. So these are the other 2, Ow and O. And these ones are categorized into what is known as high back diphthongs. That's based on the movement of the tongue to the high back vowel O. So for the L sound, we have OU and OW as the obvious spellings. Then for the L sound, we have all these, ranging from letter O to O ellipsis E to OA to OW to OE to OU. I want to believe you've learned something from this lesson. Drop a comment if you have any question. Like this video and share it to reach by this audience. Many thanks. I remain Teacher Dixon.